have declared, and I think we're going to proceed with the new diversion of road in Sarawak. The second phase of the Plan Borneo is supposed to be through Brunei, Darussalam. Yeah. Now what is ongoing is the first phase of the Plan Borneo Highway. But the second phase is not proceeding, but we want to have this diversion. We would name it the Sarawak-Sabah Link Road. Okay, that will go through Long Lama. So I propose, in fact, it should be from Miri Marudi, Long Lama, then it goes on from there to Long Bian, Long Saridan, and get to Long Lopeng. But then apparently, I understand that there is already a road link from Miri to Marudi, and the state government is going to build a bridge to Marudi, and they're going to build the road to Long Trawan. From Long Lama towards Long Bian, passing Long Saridan, and passing up to Limbang, and it would, spur road will get out from there to Long Lampir, and then you meet Nangam Damit in Madamit. You're connected with Limbang already. Now that's very important, because if you look at the present road, if you talk about the road that goes to Brunei, there is a present road that they're constructing from Muara, I think, a highway that goes direct to Temburong, and there's a bridge now under construction from Brunei into Temburong. Now it's about to be completed. In fact, I met the contractors last week in Lawas. They came to see me. So if that happens, Limbang would be a ghost town. Limbang will be bypassed by people from Brunei, by people traveling, because they would cut short the traveling. So this new, the Sarawak-Sabah Link Road would really help Limbang to be still on the map, in a sense. And of course, we would avoid Brunei. And even now, if you go to Brunei, I travel that road every time I go back to Lawas, Lawas Miri. You have to chop 8 times your passport. Okay, that's why we have a special passport, for people from Lawas and Miri. We have the blue passport, especially for this traveling. And not only that, I think because we go through foreign countries, should be restricted. You can be vulnerable to any restriction, political sabotage, if and when that happens.
But be back to the Sarawak and Sabah Link Road.
Yes.
Is it still in proposal stage, or it has been approved?
It is already approved. Yeah, it's proposed, but it's approved, in the sense that PM has approved it, and I'm working on it now, in fact.
Do we have details like the allocation and then the duration of the project?
Duration of normally in this kind of project, the estimated time would be about 3 years. Time to that would be very reasonable. But we are doing this stage by stage. So we got. I'm talking about the first portion, not the whole portion. The first portion will be from Lawas to Pa Berunut, Kampung Pa Berunut. Okay, that is the one that will start first. That will be the one that probably can be completed within 3 years. Then the next sector will go on, because it is about, if I'm not mistaken, it's about 400 over kilometers. Yeah, 418, subject to correction. I think it is 415, okay, something like that. Remember. So we go for just like if we have the means, we can do it one go, like the way we did for Sarawak and Borneo Highway. Then we divide the packages. But for now, as you all know, that we are quite constrained by finance. Yeah, so that will not be possible one go. Like 415, anggaran cost 5.5 billion. Okay, so that would be so the first package from Lawas to going through Long Sukang, Long Lopeng, and Kampung Pa Berunut will cost about 1.180 billion, 1,180 million. That's the anggaran for now, lah. So it is going. I want to ensure that it will be done and be constructed. In fact, that's the only thing that I really hope to see, because it would really benefit our people. You are talking about the highland of Baram, the orang Mulus there. Many people will be privileged. Then talk about the highlands of the upper region of Limbang. Then about the region of Long Sukang, Lawas area, will be connected. The spur road will be coming out from Long Lopeng to Long Sukang, then from Long Sukang to Long Pasya. Long Pasya is the other highland in Sabah, you know. And once you're connected to Sabah, Long Pasya is now actually connected by gravel road to the other parts of Sabah. Then from Long Sukang you go to Bakalan, from Bakalan you go to Barrio. That would be the spur road. And you can imagine this whole northern region to highland of the 4th and 5th division would be opening up. And to me that would be sorry?
1 million people will benefit.
Yeah, about 1 million people will be benefiting from it, roughly. That would promote pelancongan, what do you call it? the tourism, yeah, the tourism industry. And really, I'm excited about this because you're talking about the three tallest or highest mountain in Sarawak, you know, are located in this area. You're talking about Mount Mulu, talking about Murud, the highest. You're talking about Batu Lawi. I don't know whether you have the Batu Lawi, you know. And there are stories about all this, you know. And the fourth one actually is the Batu Budak National Park. And we talk about National Park, Batu Budak in Limbang. Many of you may have not heard of Batu Budak. The Batu Budak story is I know very well because I come from, I know that area very well too. They believed to be a long house that turned into stone because they were cursed. Because because the long house people, the kids laugh at the frog or all this kind of thing. You know? So there are stories behind all this which I think can attract a lot of foreigners and tourism. And of course the National Mulu Park, in talk the Pulung Tau. I don't know if they have heard of that. Pulung Tau is next to my area, around the Murud area. Now when you cross that whole stretch, I tell you, you're going to the highlands of Sarawak, and the best place, in fact, is cool temperature. The land is fertile, and it's the most fertile land in Sarawak. If you don't know that, the Long Sukang area is the most fertile area, and you talk about ecotourism, agro-tourism, you will be attracting all this kind of activities. And when you get to Sabah, and this is the other thing that I'm really excited with as well. Get into Long Pasya, or you can connect to Sabah already. You are connecting KK, you are connecting the world. And this is, I'm so excited with this, you know. That once you have this road being constructed, the next thing I think we will really push for will be the connectivity in telecommunication. Now once you have these two things, these two connectivity, I believe that our people, they don't need to travel down to Marudi, to Miri, to the town to sell their goods. Because they can now use, in China, you know China, Phyllis, I'm sure you know about that. People are using handphone, yeah, to sell their goods. And I was just talking to one guy from China, and then he was telling me, you know what happened? He said, they plant, all the farmers are planting their goods, whatever crops they plant it, you know. They go into internet, you know. Then they will say, that, look, I have these goods to be collected this morning or tomorrow morning. And there will be a collector, you know, who will go and collect it all from the farmers, you know. He will collect it and he will send it to where you want it to be sent. I said, this is something very interesting because once you do that for our people, you know, and once they're good at this, I said, the world is just on the doorstep. And as I said, KK is so close. Unfortunately for Sarawak, and this is the thing I'm trying to, I mean, it's beside my purview, tetapi I'm really looking at Sarawak. We don't have direct flight internationally except Singapore. But KK has, you know, Japan, Korea, China, the world. But where is Sarawak? I mean, if I have the way and the means, the power to this is the thing that I think we should have. I think direct into Cebu, direct to Kuching, direct to